Hello again. I'm just out for a wee short thing. I couldn't get camping this week. I was meaning to go to the Minnock Pass for 2 or 3 days. The last time I was there I got rained off. But too much going on. I'm trying to get solar panels and air source heating fitted, so I'm getting all the quotations this week and having to listen to every salesman. You know, there's not even 2 quotes the same. And of course there's government grants and all the rest of it. Well, we'll keep going and we might get one that I actually appreciate. Anyway, what's on the day? I'm going to give you a look at something I bought on the internet. You know, like Trangia kit. So I thought, well, I'll have to try one of these alleged, and that's what it is, alleged Trangia Military Cook Kits for the Cold War era and before. There's a lot talked about the Trangia system that the soldiers used. They go back to the late 1800s, all different ones. And the best ones, of course, were what the Swedish Army got during the war, the M40, which was steel, and the M44, which was alloy. Great bits of kit. So I've been looking around to see what I can get and try it. So I'll give you a quick look at what I bought. This is what I got my hands on. £23, £24 out of eBay. Claiming it's a Swedish, Austrian mess and cooking kit. Is it hell? It's what we in Scotland would call a collie dog. It's a bit of a mixture. There's bits and bobs for everywhere. And I'll tell you something, it doesn't fit together. Anyway, we'll go over it. I'll bring up the bits one at a time and let you see them. But then I'll show you the way around it. It's no waste of money, and it doesn't take much to fix it. And you'll get a good enough cooking kit at the end of it. Anyway, I'll sit down again and let you have a look at it. Right, we'll look at it a bit at a time. This is how we got it. This is the mess kit. And it is a mess kit, it's not a cooking kit. And it's meant to fit into this. Well, it can't. Well, it can. When I got it, this was flapping about because it wouldn't go inside. The reason was there was a lip there. The reason for that is it was to fit on the buckles on army uniforms. There's another one up there. This is East German or Russian. Okay, it might be Austrian. It might. Anyway, let's get it out of there. What is it? Like I say, it might be Austrian. Now when I got it, the clip didn't work, so I just bent it. In order to get it inside the wind guard, as they call it, I'm lucky I had an electric grinder. But you could do the same job with a hacksaw or a file. I just cut this off. It goes inside now. You know, no use scrapping something because it doesn't work. Okay, a wee bit cheeky putting all this together. This unit was never together. So we'll look at some of the other stuff. When you get this, I'm still no used to it. When you get this, there's this inside. Now, if you keep that inside, you can't get anything else inside. So you get what I'm going to do with that, don't you? Away. And there's still plenty of room in there to get quite a bit in. We'll come back to that. We'll look at the other stuff. This wind guard, don't know where it came from. The markings on it says it was made in 1976. It does the job, it's the usual, got the bits that you put up in the inside. The prize, that is a Trangia. You probably won't see it, but it's hard to see. But on the bottom there is the 3 crowns and the Trangia mark, and that is a good bit of kit. Perfect. And if you've got that, you don't need anything else. And of course they threw in a fuel bottle. Well, I think it's a fuel bottle. It's got something written on it. Anyway, it works. The Trangia, it can hold fuel itself. I always carry them full. I'll put them in a wee bag. But both them fit easily inside. Now, you've got room for your knife, fork and spoon set. Well, my knife, fork and spoon set, as you know, is one of the German ones. It's got a can opener on it as well. It's got room for that, some cleaning kit, wee bits and bobs. So, it could be a winner there. It's definitely, once you get rid of this becomes a really good tool. Put it back together again. It's easy. It helps if you put it the right way around. And that just slips in here like that. Well, now it does. But it slips in quite tight. That's it now. And you can throw that in your bag, you strap it to the outside of your kit, whatever the heck. It works. It's actually quite good. It's not that heavy. I get sick of people going on about weight. And with all the stuff you can put in that, oh, come on. Anyway, let's look at it. Let's get it going. Eh? Now, I'm assuming that the camera can see down there. I'll tell you what, we'll take my ugly mug out of it and we'll get the camera focused down there. Okay, first things first, let's split this open. Right, put that there. Put that there. And first thing, of course, with these is let's get the burner lit. Now this, it only takes a quarter turn. No even, it's a wee bit different for the normal Trangia. I'll use this. See, I didn't muck about. These wee jet lighters, I got it in a gift when I bought the big tent, and absolutely brilliant. Well, all you do with that is inside there's these legs, you bring them up and you just put it out of the stove and that's it. That's you, as I say, cooking by gas. Well, it's no gas, is it? Right, what will we use? We'll use the pot. It's coffee time. But with me, It usually is coffee time, isn't it? Just pour in the water. That's just under 500 mils. And there. Slip it on like that. Now, as you can see, this handle, it stops, so it doesn't get hot. It's kept well away. Now, to make the boil faster, all you do is put this on. That's a frying pan. Or a lid. Or something to eat away. Or you can even, in this case, you could use it as a cup. It's pretty, well, interchangeable, I think's the word. But nicely strongly made. Anyway, we're going to give that, I think it takes about 7 or 8 minutes. And I'll tell you what, I'll come back then and I'll talk more then. Well, that when you, oh, it's boiling. Right, I'll just take this off. Get the cup. Where's the cup? Where's the cup? Come on, come here. Oh, not very well organised. There we go. There we go. Back again. We'll just go for some cheap coffee, 3-in-1. The old standby. Now, that was the 7 minutes, and I had put in just under 500 millilitres. A pint. Well, that'll be an American pint, 16 ounces. We're 20 in the UK. Right, let's see how this does. There is a wee bit of heat in that. So, let's get the smelly old rag out. There we go. Put that to one side. Now that flame, how do you get it out? Well, I saw a guy doing this. You can't snuff it with this because there's a ring inside. Well, you can take the ring out. But if you put that on, you're going to burn it. So what you do is you put a knife in there and hook it under the pot supports. And then all you do is take this and put it on the top. Starve it of oxygen. Now, is this going to work? It did the last time. It worked. I've saw folk toiling with that with this set. That's all you do. Just snuff it out. Starve it of oxygen. You could use this, no doubt. No, you can't, it's too wee. Anyway, job done. Well, that'll be a wee bit hot. So I kept some water back. There, that'll be drinkable now. So that was an easy brew. Oh yes, definitely. Is it a good unit? Yeah, it works. Well, it would work. Military's been using it for about 150 years, maybe more. You don't know what they designed it on. It's still worth using. I might say for 23, 24 pound, you know. Okay, if you wanted a real Swedish one, you could pay up to £200 for the metal. Well, the metal ones they're dearer. And you might get an aluminium one for about 100. But unless they're doing real military reenactment, there's nothing wrong with that. You could do a full camp out expedition on one of them. I might say the size of the units for cooking in. You could cook anything in there. Nice wee frying pan. Now look at it against today's version. This is a mini Trangia. And as you know, I like these. This is what I'd carry in the field by choice if I was doing long hikes. You know, wee frying pan, everything's in there. Nice wee bowl, you can do water, you can do meals in it. You can do ration packs. And that's what people are using on these long hikes, is these, I prefer the boil in the bag ones, the army ones. But other people have got the dehydrated. Now, this kit, you can see the potential. Great for ration packs. You can get a lot in there. All in all, £24, had to grind a bit off. I think I've been on a winner. I think I've been a winner. Yeah, good wee thing. I don't know what I'll use it for. I'll use it. I will use it. I'll take it with me and I'll use it. But for short overnighters, it'll be the mini Trangia. Excellent. Everything. There's so much kit out there. We're spoilt for choice. Anyway, where am I going next? But I've got to get some walks in between. I've got all that good walking gear. I got that good walking gear off Columbia, and I've not really been able to use it. Well, this week's been dead anyway. Couple of things that's happened. A guy on YouTube, can't remember his name, he's done a video about us. Well, it's a song, a bit of guitar and a poem. It is great. I'll put the link at the bottom of the page for you. Give you a laugh. It's good. Have a listen to it. The other thing that's in there is when Christian first got me on TikTok, he made a crowdfunding page to get us a mini camper van. Well, it's been lying there dormant for long enough, and I see some folk on YouTube are doing buy me a coffee and that. Tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the link to that get me a camper van at the bottom of the page. And if anybody wants to throw me a few bucks for a coffee, I'll put it towards it. It'll take a while, but it'll mount up. You never know, I might be able to get a good second hand one in a year or so. But that's up to you guys. If you want to support me, have a look at it. I can't remember what it is. I can't remember anything, but I'll put it at the bottom of the page. And I'll leave that. I'll put that up in the future. Anyway, I was at a World War II dance at the weekend. It was a good do, no many there. But I bumped into a guy that runs a Ballacadee campsite. I've been there once before. So I'm going up there in 2 or 3 weeks. I was meant to be at the Mentholated Pass this week, but I'll try to get up there next week, depending on the weather. Mentholated Pass isn't the place to go if the weather's dodgy. I got caught out the last time, I got rained off. It was horrendous. Who said it serves you right? I'll remember that. Anyway, the other thing it's on is before the end of the year, I've got to get back to that campsite in the North Rhymes campsite. That's a lovely wee campsite, and it's something that you should look at if you're thinking of getting into it. I've also got to make a video for the charity that I work for. I might make that first. We're needing volunteers. We're needing people to be phone friends, but it'll only apply to the people in Britain because checks and all the rest of it. I'll make that video up. I'll try to get that out in the next couple of weeks. But other than that, have a great time. I'm going to have a great time. And whatever one I go to next, or whatever I do next, I hope you're there with me. Come and join me. We'll have another chin wag, as they say. See you later.